Dub Nation, what is up? You're watching Golden State Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Senior. Hope everybody out there is having a fantastic Tuesday. Another great show on tap on the docket here. And here's what's coming up. Two stories that we want to hit. The Warriors really trying to do everything in their power to trade for Lauri Markkanen. And according to Anthony Slater of The Athletic, they're still working on trying to get that deal done. It could just take a little while. And then also story number two, Golden State trying to trade Andrew Wiggins, and that's been the case for months at this point. Before we dive into that, I want Dub Nation to stand up. I want Dub Nation to show up and show out. We are 386 people away from 66,000 subscribers. We are closing in on nearly 1 million video views over the last couple of weeks. I know that we can get there. The question is, can we get there on today's show? Here's my sales pitch. If you want Warriors coverage, shows, and content every single day that are informative, insightful, entertaining, when breaking news happens, we do our best to bring it to you ASAP, and we involve you, then hit that sub button right now if that sounds good. As for the latest Lauri Markkanen update, he is the apple of the Golden State Warriors' eye. And the Warriors, according to Anthony Slater, still pursuing him. Here's what Slater had to say in his latest piece. Not much has changed for the Golden State Warriors in the past several days of a quieting free agency period. They remain in pursuit of Utah Jazz forward Lauri Markkanen, league sources confirm, but have entered the waiting period of what could be a drawn-out process. Markkanen becomes extension eligible on August 6th. He's on an expiring $18 million contract and due for a large long-term pay raise. There are several within the league who have grown more convinced that the Jazz, after exploring Markkanen's trade market, plan to renegotiate and extend Markkanen using their saved-up cap space. That would take Markkanen off the table for 6 months if the extension is signed on August 6th. Bringing him back into the mix on February 6th, the exact date of next year's trade deadline. If Markkanen waits to extend an extra day, August 7th or beyond, he'd be ineligible to be traded next year, an extra bit of leverage for Markkanen, and an added layer of information to dictate Utah's ultimate decision on his future. Clearly that's a lot to unpack, right? Warriors are in this waiting game here where the NBA Summer League is getting underway. Really, once the Las Vegas Summer League is in session, think of that as a networking job and business conference for an industry where everybody goes to Las Vegas for the first few games of Summer League, and that's a time where executives can meet with players, where executives can meet with agents, where some of these meetings can happen because everybody is in one environment in Las Vegas and it's very relaxed, yet it's an opportunity to truly get business done. So patience here might have to be exercised over the next couple of weeks. And if Markkanen signs that extension, the date that you want to look at is the date that we mentioned from Anthony Slater, because if it's that day after when he becomes extension eligible, can't be traded at all during the 2024-2025 season. But if he does land that extension on August 6th, then he cannot be traded until the NBA trade deadline. Here's how the Golden State Warriors can pull off a trade for Lauri Markkanen. Even though right now things are a little bit still and silent, Warriors at their disposal have a lot of first-round picks. They're going to have to package those first-round picks in order to convince the Jazz, who are then going to rebuild if they trade Markkanen away, to get that deal done. Because the Warriors don't have a lot of players outside of Jonathan Kuminga that the Jazz would be interested in. Number two, the Dubs would have to shed existing salaries in order to absorb the contract that Markkanen is currently under, but the contract extension that inevitably he's going to land because he's an improving, ascending player. And the Warriors can clear up money now in that process but also clear up money in the future in order to maintain a little bit of roster flexibility and be able to pay Markkanen in that long-term deal. There are 4 players who the Dubs can trade away and include in trade packages to help clear cash flow. Andrew Wiggins due more than $100 million on his contract. Kevon Looney, Gary Payton, those could be some salary fillers. And I added Jonathan Kuminga here because he's looking for an extension, and he's extension eligible. If the Warriors include him in a trade, they don't have to give him that contract extension, thus clearing up some cash. Today's poll question is this: what is your perfect Lauri Markkanen trade idea? I want you to put your general manager hat on and let me know down in the comment section right now. Team USA in session right now, practicing against the select team with Brandon Podziemski and Cooper Flagg. Steph Curry, I can't wait to see him in the Olympics. For the first time, we're going to see him chucking threes from the international three-point line, which is shorter and closer to the basket than the NBA three-point line. He's going to cook because that's what Chef Curry does. If you want to cook with your looks, chatsports.com/CurryUSA. You can get the jersey right now. Curry going to be rocking the number 4 for America. F yeah. Story number 2. What is the future of Andrew Wiggins? Let's explore that next here on Golden State Warriors Today. According to a report, the Warriors are desperate to trade away Wiggins and have been trying to move him for months. Here's what Evan Giddings of 95.7 The Game in San Francisco had to say over the weekend, and I agree with his points. Andrew Wiggins has hurt the Warriors over the last 2 years more than he's helped them as a basketball player. And so that's why I think we've come to the point now this offseason where they're doing everything they can to detach themselves from him. And the Olympics just happen to be the center point of it because it might be an obstacle to getting off of him if he hurts himself. And I just don't think they want to take that chance. And that's why the Warriors did not want Andrew Wiggins to play for Team Canada, because if he got hurt, it hurts their chances of dealing away Andrew Wiggins. And he's also due more than $100 million on that contract that he signed following the NBA championship back in 2022. Here's what NBA insider Sean Devaney said on the Wiggins front. That is the big chip they have to play. They looked at trading him at the deadline, but there was not anything there for them, nothing serious, but it is a foregone conclusion. They're going to look to do it again. They will have to put in young pieces, but he's their only real path to retooling that roster. Unfortunately for Golden State, that latter statement is true. Andrew Wiggins and trading him away to shed that awful contract is a way for Golden State to improve their team and to clear up some money because they are tight financially as far as the cash flow right now. What it really requires, though, since signing that deal, Andrew Wiggins has not been good. He's been injured. He was away because of a family matter. The game has suffered. He hasn't been the same player, and because of that, I think he's lacking some confidence right now. Another team would just have to be willing to take on Andrew Wiggins. And we're talking about bottom barrel teams in the NBA who are okay with taking on that contract to really facilitate a move to help Golden State out. Is there that team out there? You know, back in the day, OKC would do that. We see the Detroit Pistons with all the money that they have. They're just wheeling out cash barrels to Tobias Harris. They brought in Paul Reed. That's the type of maneuvering that would have to take place for Golden State. Or they could just hope that Andrew Wiggins can rebound and be that guy that he was a couple of years ago. But defensively, the trends haven't been good. And offensively, the game's been spotty. Can Wiggins rebound in 2024, 2025? Hopefully he can, because I don't see how Golden State can move off of that contract. Y for yes, N for no. Sound off with what you think. Thanks for watching today's show, and we'll catch you tomorrow.